here doing a video on my avocado plants, I thought I'd just show the other side of my entranceway and show my orchids. So here are some Cymbidium orchids that I keep outdoors. These are 2 pots. These are the remains of, I would say, 3 or 4. I used to have 4 pots of Cymbidiums. When I bought this house, the previous owner had left 4 of them for us, and it has dwindled down to these 2. I just repotted this about 3-4 years ago and combined 2 pots into 1, because I heard that Cymbidiums like to be crowded together, I guess maybe because of warmth. But anyway, this is the spike that I'm getting, second time in 2 years, so I'm pretty happy about that. They usually start spiking around December. Around December it was pretty small, and now it's grown, grown to this level. And it should start flowering in around March or April, because I know that it becomes fully formed by the May time frame, because when we got married in the middle of May, I remember that they were still in full bloom, and we could have used some of them as a table decoration. But anyway, these are my Cymbidiums. This smaller one here hasn't spiked since I've repotted it here. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'll have to add another bulb to it because there's only 2 of them placed together. But I've been watering them maybe twice a week or so. But it's getting a lot better care now than I would say about 10 years ago, when I basically neglected them when I left it in the backyard instead of here. Over here, this is sheltered. They don't get direct sun, so you don't get the sunburn. But in, like 5-6 years ago, before I moved them here, they were in the backyard in direct sun for a period of about 10 years when we were busy with our 2 older kids who are now grown. But at that time, I didn't pay a lot of attention to these to the other 2 pots that eventually got merged into the one big pot. Anyway, these are the Cymbidiums. These are cactus plants. The 2 here used to be 1 cactus plant. My son got it when we visited Arizona and split it into 2. Very low maintenance. I just water them maybe once a week or so, and I think they've grown because when we bought them, it was just 1 small one like the one in the clay pot, but I had to split them up. Now, these are indoor Phalaenopsis. I brought them out just as just to be part of the video, but they're sitting on the windowsill by the sink, and I'm so glad that all 3 of them are spiking now, and I'd like to show that to you. Okay, first one is let's do this middle one. This is a Phalaenopsis, actually. When my wife got this as a present, got these baby's breath that needs a lot of water. It looks like we need to water this like more than once a week. I try to keep the soil moist, but it's been dying. It was a lot fuller last year and when we first got it. And I think this is like the 3rd or 4th year of this orchid, this Cymbidium. Phalaenopsis. Anyway, last year we didn't get any spikes. This year, it looks like we did get this 1 spike. Now, when the way I had it laid out in the window, the spike over here was growing out that way. But then when I tried turning it to the other direction so that it would naturally grow back straight, it wouldn't do that. So actually I used this ribbon. I used this ribbon and tied it around here and forced it to go to grow back towards this level. At that time, this stake was over here. The stake was over here and not there, so they were on the other side. But then this morning, after watering it, I pried it out from here and forced it down into there. So now I can put the tie on here, and hopefully it will grow. It will grow straight. But the spike has grown a lot in the last 3 or 4 weeks, but when I first noticed the nub down here was right after the holidays. So anyway, this is the first one. Now these 2 are more impressive. I got a lot more joy out of seeing these 2. Now these 2 Phalaenopsis we got like maybe 8 years ago or so, and it's gone through many years without spiking, but this year both of them spiked. Let's talk about this one first. This one I had repotted once, and I don't think I did a very good job on it because it's sideways, and I like to make it so that it's straight up. So maybe after this year's bloom, I'll go repot it again, but I have to do a better job in repotting it and making the soil here firmer. Anyway, oh wait, actually maybe I got it backwards. Yeah, I got this backwards, sorry. This is the one that I have not repotted yet. And this is the original potting mix that we got from, well, we were given this as a gift. We got both of these as a gift about 8 years ago. It has flowered for many years. Let's put this back in and let me show you. Okay, so I've cut it off and it looks like these are all dried out. Here's 1, 2, 3, 3 spikes, 4 spikes over here from the past. Right, these 4 spikes. Here was another one here, and now this one for this year. And I'm so happy this has spiked again. And this is a candidate for repotting. But you have all these air roots coming out. When I water them, they turn a dark green like this down here. But once they dry out, they have this whitish type of color. So here's the dark green root that it looks like when it's moist. Anyway, this one is the first of the Phalaenopsis, and this is the second one. Now this is the one that I had repotted, and yeah, it's very light here. So this was a Phalaenopsis mix that has very little soil. It has a lot of bark and a lot of other stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's the potting soil from Miracle Grow. Anyway, this is very light. We have a lot of air roots coming out, and I try to water this once or twice a week. And with this one as well, I have the spike growing out to the side. And I moved this stake closer because this one was moved. This stake was always here, and luckily it's grown toward the stake, and now I hope to get it to redirect it to come up straight. So here are all my orchids. So these are just what I had trimmed off of that one. I would have to throw these away. Anyway, so these are the 3 indoor Phalaenopsis and the 1 outdoor Cymbidium. And I guess when they do start flowering, I'll take another video of it and show the progress. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.